to the Swine Evening Show. Thanks for being here. We're excited to showcase our kiddos this evening and their projects. So first off, we want to acknowledge 2 of our volunteers that have done a lot of work for us and helped us for 20 years, probably more than that. So first off, I'd like to have Davy Dowell come out here. And I'd like to also invite Jay Harper to the show ring, please. These gentlemen have had children go through the program. They were both helping when I was in 4-H, not to age them at all. But we thank you for your time and your efforts to make this program better and keep showing up. And this isn't an okay to go away or not keep coming back, but we just appreciate both of you and we're glad to have you. Thank you, sir. Thanks, Jay.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Hello. Okay. Good evening. Tonight, we are going to be presenting the Grant's House I'm Happy and Alive Memorial Award. Grant House had disabilities, but found inclusive opportunity through his passion and people in the 4-H community. Grant was a very proud 10-year 4-H member where he showed swine for 10 years. He was a fixture at the fair and never knew a stranger. Grant wasn't defined by his actions, he was defined by his actions, but not his disabilities. After Grant passed, we opened the doors to Grant's House. We are now 6 years into programming and support, thanks to people that are sitting in these seats tonight. Now, every fair, in memory of Grant and his reminder of being happy and grateful for his life, we will be presenting this award. Our adult award goes to Terry Seeger. Terry puts others before herself, and she has made a special impact on our family and this community. Terry helped Grant connect with this church and 4-H and many other children in the 4-H program. Here she comes. All right. Along with our incredible adult volunteers who make such an impact on Grant's House and this community, we also want to recognize a youth 4-H member who has done the same. This young lady, Kara Nadine, is a proud 10-year 4-H member. She's headed to college in the fall. Kara works hard and has volunteered at every Grant's House celebration alongside her family and friends. She has overcome many obstacles of her own and pours her heart into the mission of helping others with diverse needs. We want to congratulate these 2 individuals that we love so much. We appreciate your impact on 4-H in this Lafayette community. Let's give them a round of applause.
All righty. I think we're now ready to switch over to our swine awards tonight. First, we'd like to recognize our pork producer 10-year member awards. Cody Reichert will be out in the ring to hand out to all of our 10-year swine members a $100 award. These are members who have participated in the 4-H swine project for at least 6 years or more and are finishing up their 10 years in 4-H. Let's recognize Kyra Rainey. Kyra is the daughter of Noel and Bethany Rainey. Michaela Spray. Michaela's the daughter of Craig and Emily Spray. Emily Kendall. Emily's the daughter of John and Christy Kendall. Sophie Royer. Sophie's the daughter of Steve and Cassie Royer. Nicholas Bush. Nicholas is the son of Jeff and Jessica Bush. Alton Hedrick. Alton is the son of Nathan Hedrick and Melissa Donahue. And Peyton Klauser. Peyton's the daughter of Craig and Melody Klauser. In addition, we'd also like to recognize our pork producer scholarships. The pork producers are able to grant many of our 4-H'ers $500 grants that they can use to help with their furthering education. This year, our recipients of our pork producer scholarships are Hunter Royer, Cooper Kitchell, Carson Kitchell, Ella Carlson, Grace Buck, and Suzanne Roberts. Let's give a nice round of applause to all of our Swine Achievement Award winners as well as our scholarship recipients. Are you supposed to be out there? Okay. Also, Caden Semenizer. We'd also like to recognize our 4-H Swine Achievement Award. This is an award presented to a 10-year member who has demonstrated hard work and achievement throughout 4-H career. They keep good records, attend meetings, etc. They go above and beyond what is required. This year, our recipient is Michaela Spray. At the other end, in addition to our older members who have demonstrated leadership and commitment to the project, we also like to recognize some of our younger members, especially those who put in kind of that extra effort and commitment to the project. This year, our Braxton Peters Above and Beyond Award is given to Will Robinson. Also, during the day show, we had a little mix-up and weren't able to give our plaques to our Showmanship champions. We'd like to recognize our Showmanship Award winners throughout the day. Our beginner showmanship division was champion Callie Martin, reserve Rhett Summers. In our junior division, our champion showman was Blake Miller and the reserve Audrey Spray. Champion intermediate showman was Brooklyn Spray, reserve Milena Immenizer. And in our senior division, our champion senior showman was Colin Miller, reserve Sophie Royer. Our final showmanship award, the way we concluded our showmanship show this afternoon, our grand champion swine showman who will be representing the swine barn in tomorrow's Supreme Showmanship Contest, Michaela Spray. In addition to her plaque, she's also receiving a belt buckle to honor her win. As the reserve champion Gilts are starting to make their way into the holding pens, do want to recognize a few other Gilts that did some winning this afternoon, or this morning, actually, that will not be out necessarily in the ring, but that won awards in our bred and owned division. We want to recognize our champion bred and owned Gilt, which was exhibited by Rhett Musser, and our reserve champion bred and owned Gilt, exhibited by Avery Moore. We'll go ahead and now parade our reserve champion Gilts out here in the ring. Our reserve champion Berkshire Gilt, exhibited by Carly Wood. Our reserve champion Chester White Gilt, exhibited by Kaylin Demick. Our reserve champion Duroc Gilt, exhibited by Kinsley Beck. Our reserve champion Hampshire Gilt, exhibited by Keegan Spray. Our reserve champion Hereford Gilt, exhibited by William Robinson. Reserve champion Landrace Gilt, exhibited by Kyra Rainey. Reserve champion Poland Gilt, exhibited by Cooper Bymaster. Reserve champion Spot Gilt, exhibited by Sophie Royer. Reserve champion Tamworth Gilt, exhibited by Carly Woods. Reserve champion Yorkshire Gilt, exhibited by Audrey Spray. And our reserve champion Crossbred Gilt, exhibited by Milena Immenizer. Let's give a nice round of applause to all of our reserve champion Gilt exhibitors. While the judge is taking a look at the reserve champions, we'd like to recognize some sponsors from the day. As we've had throughout the week, our live stream available on Ringside Live. We'd like to thank once again Tipmont and Wintech for their support of that program. Thank you. As our reserve champions make their way out of the ring, we'd like to recognize our judge today. Our judge today is David Amon from Illinois. He lives in Illinois with his wife, Kate, and 3 kids. He's a graduate of Lakeland and the University of Illinois. He's judged at shows including Houston, Oklahoma Youth Expo, Nebraska State Fair, and the Wisconsin State Fair. Let's once again welcome David Amon, who's been evaluating our Gilts, Barrows, and Showmen today. Think we're ready for our champion Gilts. Champion Berkshire Gilt, exhibited by Keegan Spray. Champion Chester Gilt, exhibited by Michaela Spray. Champion Duroc Gilt, exhibited by Michaela Spray. Champion Hampshire Gilt, exhibited by Michaela Spray. Champion Hereford Gilt, exhibited by William Robinson. Champion Landrace Gilt, exhibited by Leah Immenizer. Champion Poland Gilt, exhibited by Brooklyn Spray. Champion Spot Gilt, exhibited by Callie Martin. Champion Tamworth Gilt, exhibited by Avery Moore. Champion York Gilt, exhibited by Rhett Musser. And our Champion Crossbred Gilt, exhibited by Keegan Spray. Tonight, our judge will be selecting a top 5 overall Gilt. Our Grand Champion Gilt will receive award sponsored by Jason and Angie Hankins family. Reserve Grand Champion Gilt award sponsored by Monsanto, Pat Hahn. 3rd overall Gilt, Buck Creek Elevator. 4th overall, Buck Creek Elevator. And 5th overall Gilt, also sponsored by Buck Creek Elevator. As the champions leave the ring, they are also going to receive some t-shirts from Grant's house as well.
Let's go ahead and give all the Gilt exhibitors a big round of applause. You know, last year coming back to this year, I expected it to be just as good, to be honest with you, and the Gilts kind of blew me away this morning. I think they were quite a bit better than last year, to be honest, and I thought last year's set was really good, but there's a really, really good set of females out here, and I think as you step back, or as I step back, and you just evaluate them and break them down, I like to start them at the ground in terms of their feet and make their angles good and their skeleton. I obviously like to make them good proportioned and balanced from the side if you listen today, but when you do those 2 things and you pack as many extras on top as you can do, I think that's what we're trying to do within this industry. And I think that there's a lot of out there right now, give and take, and people have a lot of opinions. But I promise if we keep build and we keep skeleton in mind, we keep them right from the side, and then we pack some extras on. I think the pigs right now today are really, really good. I think in the future they can just get that much better. And I think there's one of them out here as I step back and I watched them today. There's one of them that hit me pretty darn good whenever she came out. Young man's blue Gilt's going to be champion. Congratulations to him.
Your Grand Champion Gilt at the 2025 Tippecanoe County Fair is the Crossbred, exhibited by Keegan Spray.
Drop out that reserve cross, and I talked that one, came out of a really good division, actually came out of a really good class. There was a pair of darts that stayed together within the dart crosses and ran into a really good one there with that blue one. And that dart certainly comes out and gets into the mix really, really quick. And she represents so many good things, and there's some breed hogs out here that are extremely good. I'm going to keep that pair of crosses together. She'll be a reserve grand. Congratulations.
Reserve Grand Champion Gilt is the Crossbred, exhibited by Milena Immenizer.
From there for 3rd out, there's some really good breed representatives when you get them out here. There's one to me that when you just talk about basics and fundamentals, and in this breed, they can be really, really good. And I think this one's kind of upper echelon, really good female. Young lady Duroc Gilt's going to be third out. Congratulations to her.
The third overall gilt is the Duroc, exhibited by Michaela Spray.
Drop out the reserve Duroc there, and she's one I talked in breed. One that was so similar there to the champion and certainly fits the mold and fits into what the rest of them look like when you get them out here. There's another breed gilt out here that I think for her breed is just a very, very good female. Young lady's Landrace will be fourth out. Congratulations to her.
Fourth overall gilt is the Landrace, shown by Leah Emmenizer.
Dropping that reserve Landrace, another one, really good representation there within the Landrace breed. There's a couple other breed gilts that I thought really highly of. There's another one that I liked a great deal, and she came out reserve there to the third out. Young lady's reserve Duroc on the far end will be fifth out.
Fifth overall gilt is the Duroc, shown by Kinsley Beck. Let's give a nice round of applause to all of our gilt exhibitors as the rest of the champions make their way out of the ring. As we transition from our gilt drive to our Barrow drive, we once again want to thank some sponsors who have made the fair possible with some financial backing. We want to thank Farmers National, Farm Credit, and the Dice family for sponsoring our photographs this week. 4-Hers are able to download those from Lindsay Hanowich Photography and be able to get the ring photographs from today's show. The Chuck Dill Memorial was able to make sure we had new swine scales. Thank you for those. Weigh-in went extremely well this year. We had new placing pins and gate rods, as well as wash rack hoses, sponsored by First Farmers Bank and Trust, Keystone Cooperative, and the Dice family. And we've had some betting throughout the week brought to us by the Andersons and Mulberry Feed. Thank you again to all of those sponsors who have helped us out financially. Let's give them a nice round of applause. And most importantly, before we start in on the Barrow Drive, let's once again thank all of the people who make the show happen not only today, but throughout the year. Let's make sure we thank our ringmen. We make sure we thank the people that have helped out in the makeup ring, back in the barn, our superintendents, and all of those volunteers that make the swine show operate. Let's give them one last nice round of applause. While we're waiting for the Barrows to make their way to the ring, let's recognize some other people that have assisted us today in handing out ribbons and awards. Let's recognize our Miss 2025 Tippecanoe County Fair and her court. This year our queen is Kylie Cox. First runner-up in Miss Congeniality is Brenna Snowert. Second runner-up is Carolyn Jarbo. And third runner-up is Grace Klinkhammer. Thank you, ladies. As we wait for the Barrows to make their way to the ring, a reminder, there is actually still one more swine show to occur. Tomorrow morning, the swine will be along with a few other species as part of our mini 4-H showmanship program. They'll be starting at 10 a.m. here in the Coliseum. If you want to see the future of our 4-H program, taking part with some livestock, that'd be a good thing to come out for. Also, a reminder, tomorrow at 6:30 is our Supreme Showmanship contest, followed by the greased watermelon race as well. We'll recognize our Barrow award sponsors tonight. Tonight, we will eventually give out 5 awards for our top 5 Barrows. Our Grand Champion Barrow Awards are given in memory of Lauren Byers. The Reserve Grand Champion Barrow Awards are sponsored by Troy's Farm Tires. 3rd, 4th, and 5th overall Barrow Awards sponsored by Buck Creek Elevator. Let's thank those trophy sponsors as well as all the other sponsors throughout the day that make these awards possible for our 4-H'ers. All righty, our reserve champion Barrows are in the makeup ring. Let's parade them. Our reserve champion Berkshire Barrow, exhibited by Carly Woods. Reserve champion Chester Barrow, exhibited by Marcinda Kane. Reserve champion Duroc Barrow, exhibited by Brooklyn Spray. Reserve champion Hampshire Barrow, exhibited by Kaylin Dimmick. Reserve champion Hereford Barrow, exhibited by Simon Okus. Reserve champion Landrace Barrow, exhibited by Milena Emmenizer. Reserve champion Poland Barrow, exhibited by Claire DeFries. Reserve champion Spot Barrow, exhibited by Carly Bymaster. Reserve champion Tamworth Barrow, exhibited by Charlotte Okus. Reserve champion Yorkshire Barrow, exhibited by Kaylin Martin. And our reserve champion Crossbred Barrow, exhibited by Katie Holmes. As these reserve champions walk around the ring and the judge gets one last look at them, let's give them a nice round of applause for their hard work today. All right, let's give our reserve champion Barrow exhibitors one more round of applause as they make their way out of the ring. And now the grand finale, our top 5 Barrow Drive. Our champion Berkshire Barrow, exhibited by Audrey Spray. Champion Chester Barrow, exhibited by Blake Miller. Champion Duroc Barrow, exhibited by Olivia Hedden. Champion Hampshire Barrow, exhibited by Michaela Spray. Champion Hereford Barrow, exhibited by Alexander Buck. Champion Landrace Barrow, exhibited by Katie Holmes. Champion Poland Barrow, exhibited by Allie Moore. Champion Spot Barrow, exhibited by Keegan Spray. Champion Tamworth Barrow, exhibited by Bristol Snowert. Champion Yorkshire Barrow, exhibited by Audrey Spray. And our champion Crossbred Barrow, exhibited by Keegan Spray. Let's give a nice round of applause to all of our champion Barrow exhibitors.
Well, I won't take a long time as we get into this Barrow Drive. I'll just say a few things. First and foremost, thanks to the crew for having me back again for the second year. It's a pleasure to come judge in a facility like this, at a county like this, and from the state over, I can tell you that Tippecanoe County is something that's really big, a name that you hear, and great pigs come out of this county every year and go compete in a couple weeks there in Indy, and I mean, the set of pigs here is extremely good. So thanks to the crew for having me back. Make sure, give a big round of applause to all the people who put this show on. I've been on the back end of these things, and I can promise you that as smooth as they make it seem, I know there's things that go on in the back that nobody knows about, and so it has ran flawlessly from the guys in the back helping to getting them in the ring and all those things. Just a few comments I'll make. So one, I know there's some big changes, not only in this state, but our state. I can tell you from a judge's perspective, from my perspective, a no paint rule is the way to go. And pigs look so much more natural in this environment to me. And skin and hair is presented to a T with all these barrows that we saw today and all these gilts. So I'd give a kudos to all those families and give yourselves a big round of applause, because I thought that skin and hair and all those things were extremely, extremely good. And, I mean, whether that rule gets implemented and it makes people work harder, I'm not sure. But I thought that they sure looked good today. Another thing I'll tell all the kids, if you're in this ring right now, make sure that you don't take it for granted, because I can promise you that whether it's this ring, whether it's the exposition, whether it's Indiana State Fair, Louisville, it doesn't matter. It is not easy to get here. Your pig could have slipped coming off the trailer, not ate this morning, done whatever. So it's hard to get here. And if you're not in this ring, you know, just work harder for next time, because anybody can get here, I promise. I've been fortunate to judge some shows now and some bigger shows, and it's something I always try and say. And to the kids that are in the ring, to the kids sitting around ringside, make sure whatever you do, you thank the people that helped get you here, because it's probably something that gets taken for granted at times, whether it's your parents, it's your mentor, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whoever it is. Just thank those people. With that said, as we get into the Barrows, I thought there was an extremely good set of Barrows. As a step back, there was a really special one here last year when I judged that I used to win, and I thought that one was really, really good, and I thought the set was really good. There's one to me out here in this ring that's equally as impressive. I thought he was awesome when he first came in the ring. I still think he's really good. Young man's black bear in front of me will be champion. Congratulations.
Your 2025 Grand Champion Barrow is the crossbred exhibited by Keegan Spray.
Drop in that reserve cross, and he gets into the mix quick. And I remember him when he first came in class. To be honest with you, I think he's moving better now tonight than he has most of the day. He was a little bit tighter earlier. Certainly gets out here and fits the mold for what I've looked for today. There's a couple other breed Barrows that, man, they're special. But to me, the second best one, young lady with the reserve cross, will be reserve out. Congratulations to her.
Reserve Grand Champion Barrow is the crossbred exhibited by Kinsley Beck.
With that said, as we move into the breed Barrows, like I said, there's some really special ones. There's one to me out here within his breed. I'm not sure what his end point is, if he's done right now or if he can still go here in a couple weeks, but I can promise you he's one of the more special ones I've seen within that breed that I've judged anywhere in the country. Young lady's land race to be third out.
Third overall Barrow is the Landrace, shown by Katie Holmes.
Drop out that reserve Landrace, and another one that certainly gets into the mix and fits the mold rather quickly. There's another breed bear out here. I loved him when he first came into class. I loved him in his breed drive. And another one I think is just really, really good. Young lady on the far side with the Duroc should be fourth out.
Fourth overall Barrow is the Duroc, shown by Olivia Hedden.
Drop out the reserve Duroc, came out of Class 1. Another one I think has a bright future down the road, and wherever he fits. There's another breed bear I thought awful highly of within his breed and within his class, and he comes out here and he still fits the mold. Young lady's Yorkshire will be fifth out. Congratulations to her.
Fifth overall Barrow is the Yorkshire, shown by Audrey Spray. That concludes our 2025 Swine Show. Once again, a reminder, Mini 4-H livestock program at 10 a.m. here in the Coliseum. Supreme Showmanship is at 6:30. Drive safely.